What you heard, nigga? What you heard, nigga?
Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our weekly online talk show for inspiration, motivation, hashtag Myron Kaming Advice. Now on its fifth season, and nagbabalik na naman po ang inyong lingkod. This is your buddy to success, your corporate mentor trainer, and your soft skills guru, Mentor Myron Santana. And we're very excited for another night, another day of additional learning that will help us become successful or more successful in life, be it in our own business, be it in the workplace as an employee, or be it in whatever our endeavors or ventures in life are. So hopefully you're having a great Saturday so far. We still have a few more hours left before the day ends. And let me check with you real quick, because around this time, I'm pretty sure you would have already had your dinner. So we hope that you had a very sumptuous dinner time with your family, and we also hope that earlier today you had a very good quality time with your family. So we only have 1 hour for us tonight that would definitely contribute to your learning and development as a person. And you know what? Before we go ahead and introduce our guest resource person for tonight's topic, which is, let me remind you about that real quick. So, this is our topic for tonight. There you go. I hope you guys can see it. Beautifully connected, blessed to bless others, nurturing relationships as a way to well being. And earlier, before we started going live, we had a very quick chat about this. And I, yours truly, am also very fond of training other people on interpersonal relationships. So I'm very excited and looking forward, really, to be learning another set of perspectives or principles in how we can improve or enhance our relationships with other people, which will also reflect back to us in the form of mental or psychological, spiritual, emotional, and even physical well-being or wellness. All right. So, guys, this hashtag Myron Kaming Advice episode is simulcast across 3 platforms or channels. This is going on Facebook right now. On my personal page, it's Mentor Myron Santana. So please like, subscribe, or follow, and then share around. Okay, let's make this viral because it is, in these topics that we get to improve as a person. And this is also being shown on LinkedIn. Okay, actually, my guest in a bit is a fellow top 100 Filipino follow on LinkedIn. So make sure that you connect with her on LinkedIn and follow her content as well. And we're also being broadcast on YouTube via my YouTube channel, Mentor Myron Santana, or check between Mentor Myron Santana or the corporate enter trainer. Okay, so once again, let's share around this content so we're able to reach out to more people so that we can help them in their personal growth and development. All right, so with that being said and done, once again, yours truly is very excited to introduce to you our resource person for tonight. And let me do the honor in sharing with you her milestones, okay? Our guest resource person is the country general manager of the newly launched local operations of RadLink Philippines, if you're familiar with it, the Singaporean company. And she's also the EHS lead of the Philippines of Fullerton Health. And we're going to have her tell us more about the company in a bit. She's also the former general manager and vice president for sales and marketing of Healthway Medical, former regional sales manager of Netrafarm Incorporated. She is a certified corporate wellness coach by the Wellness Council of America. So wellness is really her advocacy, her fort. Okay. She's also a seasoned sales and marketing professional. So if you would like to invite trainers or speakers on sales and marketing, I believe she's your go-to person as well. And she's a certified pound fitness instructor. Maybe we can ask her about it as well. She's also a book author of the books My Beautiful Mind and My Beautiful Connection, proud member of MAP, PMAP, ECCP, Women in Business, PMA, and PCCI. It's my pleasure to introduce our guest resource person for tonight, who will talk about how to nurture relationships with others to also improve or contribute to our well-being. Without further ado, let us introduce our guest resource person, Coach Carmie De Leon. Here she is. Hi,
Hello,
Carmie.
Myron. Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Did you like my intro of you? It
It was so long.
was so long.
And,
Well, I
yeah,
guess I was just very proud to share who our resource person for tonight is.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you for those kind words.
So, how are you doing tonight, Carmie?
I'm very blessed to be here. Just like you, my passion is to inspire people with positivity, with a little of myself, sharing a little of myself. because we really want to, pass on the blessings, paid forward. So I'm so excited to be here. I was backstage an hour ago.
An hour ago. That's how excited you are for this episode,
Yeah,
right?
because I want to make sure that I'll be on time.
That's right. You know what? Yeah, I noticed that because when I joined in my own studio, I already saw her there. So I was like, wow. So Carmi is really very excited for our episode. And if you are excited, Carmi, we are doubly excited because we want to learn from you. And as mentioned, guys, our topic is beautifully connected. The topic itself is already very catchy and interesting, right? Blessed to bless others, right? That's what we call good karma, right? If you are contributory to blessing others, you will be equally blessed as well. So I would like to know more about this nurturing relationships as a way to well-being. But before that, Carmi, all of us are very curious to know, okay, before your advocacy led you to this, focusing your life, your career on helping nurture relationships. Okay, could you tell us more about your humble beginnings, maybe, or your corporate or business experience that led you to this topic we're going to talk about tonight?
Okay. It's my first failure. I thought it was a failure. Little did I know it's gonna be my first breakthrough. I got married at the age of 21. And by that time I was totally clueless about what life is. Um Coming from school, and while my classmates or my batchmates were starting to work, I was like growing a kid. And then
Oh,
after
okay.
one
That must be
child,
tough, Carmi, right?
yeah, that was tough. We were
Juggling a lot of things, right?
yeah, and we were unprepared. Talagang caught off guard. Like my husband and I, we didn't have a job, and raising two kids at the same time, one and then one after another. It wasn't so easy. So I thought, is it the end of my life? No, but because I was a mom, so I said no, I'm gonna work back. So and after on the third year, after the third birthday of my second son, I got a job. It's a medical rep job in a local pharmaceutical company. That was my very first break. So that time I was just focusing on one goal. My goal is to just get a car for my kids,
For
for
your
my
kids,
family,
right?
to help my
Like,
husband. So I was just
something to drive so that you can bring them to school, etc., right?
right, right. Because we were like, I was just borrowing cars everywhere. And okay, I'll be a med rep. I'll help my husband. We build a family, and all those hard work. It's like I was so focused on my dream. And little did I know, after several years, I was promoted. I was
Wow.
promoted to a district manager, and I said, oh, that it's as easy as that. You just fall in love with your job, be serious, focus on delivering the results, and everything will follow. And so
Right.
after that, I became second to the highest. But when I was about to get promoted as the national sales manager, I said, let's pause for a while because my kids need me. There were four kids already growing up. So I said that was my first that's early retirement.
Early
So I
retirement. I
after
see.
10 years in the pharmaceutical company, paused for a while, and then I started a business, but I guess business is not for me. So after
I
two
see.
years, I was invited again by Healthway. So I started as a
How did you
salesman.
catch their attention? Like, or did you apply?
I didn't apply. I was recommended by the former
Oh.
HR of
Mm.
of the pharmaceutical. So again, lesson. You build the relationship. Those people that you meet, that you work with, you know, I believe that we are all angels of one
Yes,
another.
we are.
And if you just cultivate that relationship, because when that lady, her name is Louie, but she died already, rest in peace. So when she was talking to her colleague, co-HR, and he found out that he was looking for a sales manager, said, oh, I have a person in mind, Miss Carby, but she retired, but you can talk to her. And so we talked. And I said, why not? Because it's just Metro Manila. And I look at the business model. It's so interesting. Clinics in the malls. And I also used to go there when I was in my pharmaceutical company. So So I started as a sales manager. And then again, the secret is just focus on what you're doing. Get excited every day. Keep on thinking new things. Excite yourself with new things. Discover, explore a lot of things. So and then 17 years have passed, and I did a
That's
lot.
really a
So
lot of really excelling, putting your best foot forward, loving your job. I'm
right,
pretty sure, right? It goes with
right,
it,
right. Yeah.
right?
So and that was during the pandemic when I decided to take a rest. I said, okay, I'm getting so tired already, and I realized I'm not getting any younger. Maybe I should rest for a while to follow my heart, to do whatever I want to do. And so after I availed of my retirement, after 17 years in Healthway, I started writing the book, going to the gym as a pound instructor, and then designing. I started painting, upcycling of dresses, all those old linens from hotels. We make it like a more usable, wearable art. So
Mhm.
in the next in a couple of months and in less than 2 years, that's what I've been doing. And then I was again approached
Mhm.
by Fullerton Health. And they're saying
So
that
with
RadLink,
Fullerton Health, so you said that you were approached by them, but how did they know about you?
I was referred by a former colleague
Refer
again in health.
again, right?
Yes, yes.
So I can see
So
a
it's
trend of
all
being referred by people you got to work with, and I believe it has something to do a lot with our topic, which is we're gonna go in depth about later on
beautifully
nurturing relationships as a way
connected.
to well-being, right?
Yeah, yeah, because you don't need to exert much effort. You just have to be authentic. You just have to be reliable at all times. Respect people, be consistent, and that's why maybe I'm top of their mind when they think of something.
Right.
They always think of me and then refer me to this to such group. So and then I said no, I'm not inclined to work again. I just want to be consultant because that time, Myron, I was really enjoying my job as a consultant. No hassle, no reporting every day. I said I'm gonna be consultant for life.
Right. And
But
your reach is wider because you don't just get to help one company. You get to help a
yeah,
lot of organizations, right?
that's true. You can go to a lot of companies and build more connections. But when they explain to me, no, but we need a person who will really be hands on and who will really be growing the business with us. And I said, okay, I'll think about it. The business model was so good that I thought of changing my mind. I said, okay, I think I still have the energy. Why not? So then I
So it's
grabbed
really
it.
the business model that convinced you to, okay, I'm gonna go full time again.
Right. And it's not just because I didn't consider myself like I want comfort. I want to just, relax and do part-time job. I thought about, growing the business, several branches, and honing talents, passing on the skills that I have learned. I think God has planned this out for me to really like mentor people. I know that I can be consultant everywhere, but having a team, growing them, seeing them develop in their personal and career. So yeah, so I changed my mind and grabbed the opportunity last year.
There you go. Carmi, earlier I was about to ask you, like, there must be something special that you were doing for them, for you to stay on people's mind, that when an opportunity comes, they immediately think of you or think of you first,
Mhm.
right? And I heard the word authenticity. And I think you mentioned something about just be yourself. That's what being authentic is,
Right,
right? But on
right.
top of authenticity, just being yourself, what do you think are the other factors that made you connect to people more or made you resonate to them? So just like that those companies were looking for somebody to take over things, right? Then they thought of you right away, right? There must be
Yeah.
other factors as well. What do you think those are?
Well, people gravitate towards positive people. I'm a very positive person. In a negative situation, you won't see me being the first one ranting or venting out. I will always like, why not? No,
Why
it's
not?
like this. Okay, this is your opportunity now. If there's a problem, for me, it's an opportunity. Opportunity for you to think, to try new things, to say your side, to share your thoughts, because sometimes people would always think of all the negative things, and I'm the last one to be negative in a particular room. I will always be a source of energy. So maybe that's what they see in me.
Always being
Um,
positive, right?
yeah, and it's so
But I mean,
hard,
how do you know? How do you know when your being positive is still not too much, and your being
Mm,
positive is already being as what they call toxic positivity, which also already
mhm.
annoys other people, right?
Right, right. You have to show them empathy, that you understand the other side. And at the end of the day, you balance things out. You hear them out first, and then you say the what if this is how we should look at it. So it's like, it's not always positive. We know that, no, but maybe I guess I can take those odds to my advantage for me to step in and help. So it's not just encouraging people, it's about offering solutions also. So maybe that's what they see in me. I'm an action person. I am
An
I'm
action
a,
person.
I really act. I decide fast and I act. I remain bold all these years. Like, if something has to be done and no one is like commenting or saying things, I'll be the one to do it. So like, the enthusiasm should be sustained. Usually, Myron, the enthusiasm is when we're first like getting the job, getting
Yes.
a project, but it's not sustained. So for me, I always think and feel that it's the first big opportunity for me. It's my first break. And I also don't want to fail people.
Yeah.
My first mantra when I step into the job, I want my boss to be successful. Like in this case, I want the investors to be proud of Filipinos.
Right.
I want them to look up look at Filipinos as equally brilliant.
Yes.
So
Yes. A
so it's
go-to place if
never-
you want the best of the best people, right?
right, right. It's always your chance to shine. So it doesn't mean you will always just say positive things, but setting an example is critical. They should see it in you, even if you're not talking. They can see your
Right.
action.
And
Yeah.
I love how you explained when we can say it's just being positive and when we can say it's already being toxic positive, right? When you said, okay, because if we just tell people be positive, right? There's always a
Yeah.
rainbow after the storm, the
Uh-huh.
typhoon. But you don't know or put yourself in their shoes. You don't get where they're coming from. As you said, you don't
Mhm.
empathize, and then you don't offer solutions, and you lead by example. Then
Yeah.
people are gonna say, "You're only saying it because you're not the one who's having difficulties. You're only saying
Right.
it because you're not the
Right.
one who's gonna experience most of the problems, right? Because you're at the top of the food chain. You're the
Yes.
boss,
Yes.
right?
That's very important. For you to gain the respect, you must make them feel that you understand where they are. Like in my case, it's easier for me maybe because I came from sales. So when I was talking to salespeople before, oh, I know how challenging the quota is. I know, and but I can guarantee you, I'm part of it. And this is what we should do. Number one, number two, number three. So then they will also be, you know, joining your bandwagon. Like, okay, I believe, I agree. You have to get the buy-in. You don't just say, you again, like, encourage them. You can do it. No, it's not like that. It's we can do
Yeah,
it. We can do
right.
it and we will do it. You have to be with them. That's being positive for me. It's not just about, saying optimistic things or sharing quotations, but
Yeah,
being there.
to inspire them, empower them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that because you know what? Even when you're empathizing with people, right? Oh, I get where you're coming from. I'm sorry about that. I feel what you feel. I see what you see. But you
Mm-hmm.
don't join them in the hard work, right?
Right,
You're still not
right.
able to connect to them, right? That's the
Uh-huh.
tricky part of empowering or engaging people. Like what you said, it's not just all about rah 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 sis boomba.
Mhm,
Be
mhm,
inspired, motivate yourself, right? But they need to be able to feel that you're with them every step of the way. right? That you're not
Exactly.
just commanding them because you're the employer or the boss, right? They will be the ones to bring in the sales, but you really
Right.
convince or assure them that, okay, I'm part of the dirty work,
Mhm.
right? We're all gonna
Yeah.
do this
And
together.
right. And you really have to be sensitive to do that. You really have to care for people. That's why I was saying authenticity. If you don't care for them, you will not be interested to know what they are going through. So that's why maybe going back to those people, like the one who referred me to Healthway was an HR. I was a sales then, but we talked and I understand that HR training, oh, I need to pass the training. Otherwise, the training manager will be bombarded with complaints. So hearing them out, understanding their role in the organization, and that you support one another, that you are beautifully connected to support one another and make one another successful. So you have to understand again, by talking to them, by connecting with them, and hearing them out. Sometimes we just want to say what we want to say, but we don't hear the other person.
Right. Right. Yeah, the one-way communication, right? It's like it's grandstanding, right? But not giving the other party the opportunity to respond and to ask or
Mm.
clarify, right?
Yeah.
It's like the Spider-Man quote: "Great power comes with great responsibility." Great power of
Oh,
talking or speaking also comes great responsibility of listening, right?
of course. Yeah.
That's right. Okay, this is really wonderful, right? Because it's really easier said than done. But then again, I'm curious about this, and I want to get your take on this, right? Because nurturing relationships, they would assume is only for extrovert, right? Extroverted
Mm-hmm.
people who are confident enough or not hesitant to like introduce themselves to others, approach others, chit chat with others, open their book to
Mm-hmm.
others, right?
Yeah.
But maybe we can dig deep into this later on. But just to set you up, Carmi, for this conversation, once we come back from our infomercial break, so we're gonna talk about how about us? We are introverts. We are shy
Mm.
to approach other people. We are hesitant to strike up a conversation. How can we, one of those who are blessed to bless others, how can we be one of those who nurture relationships when our personality is like this? Right? Are you interested to talk about that, Carmi?
Of course.
So we're
Yeah.
gonna talk about that when we come back from our infomercial. Once again, you guys are tuning in to hashtag Myron Kaming Advice with Coach Carmi Pascual De Leon. We'll be right back.
looking for a software that will monitor the working hours and output of your employees, whether working from home, working remotely, or in the office? A software that your employees will appreciate as everyone will be pulling their weight? Well, look no further because Workmate is here. Workmate is a time tracking and remote monitoring software with collaboration or project management feature and a planner. Yes, you heard it right, just like your 3-in-1 coffee. So relax, have a sip, and click the link to know more.
All right, welcome back to episode number 2 of hashtag Myron Kaming Advice. And with us is Coach Carmie De Leon, our interpersonal relationships expert guest for tonight. And before we continue, all right, let me just promote this. Hang on one second. Let me just promote this upcoming certified team building facilitator or CTBF program. Is going to be on January 26, 2024, Friday. And it's not face-to-face, guys. It's virtual. So you can learn and be certified in CTBF at the comfort of your own house or home. Okay. So this is my way of paying forward. Okay. Training other people who want to enter the business or profession of designing and facilitating team building programs as a professional. There you go. So it's going to be like your post-nominal, like Mentor Myron Santa Ana CTBF. So with it, as you can see here, the inclusions would be a certification, of course. We have a membership or certification ID and freebies like t-shirt, etc. And CTBF graduates or certificates are automatically included as partner or resident trainers, speakers, and team building facilitators of Thought Leaders Philippines Speakers Bureau, the Speakers Bureau arm of MSS Business Solutions. And you guys are also automatically included, or you automatically become a new member of the Professional Association for Trainers, Consultants, Speakers, and Team Building Facilitators, the Philippine Advocates for Consultants and Trainers Incorporated. There you go. All right. So if you have any inquiries regarding registration, please visit, follow our Facebook page, Certified Team Building Facilitator or CTBF. Okay. So let us now put back on our guest resource person who is going to train us or talk to us about how we can nurture our relationships with other people to improve our well-being and to be a blessing to them as well. So let's welcome back Coach Carmie De Leon. Welcome back, Coach Carmie.
Welcome back and congratulations. I'm so happy to hear that you're passing on the learnings by accrediting or training the trainers, the future trainers. So congratulations.
Thank you, Coach Carmie. And
So
just in
selfless.
case you're interested to become a certified team building facilitator as well, to add to your current, roster or credentials, just let me know. Anyways,
Right, I
we're back
will.
to talking about beautifully connected, blessed to bless others, nurturing relationships as a way to well-being. So, Coach Carmie, we're just curious. What if we're an introvert, right? We
Mhm.
are shy or hesitant to approach people, or we are passive. So, how can this happen to us?
Maybe it's really more challenging. It's a bit, well, challenging than an extrovert like me because, when you just leave me in one corner, I'll be friends with a lot of people around me. There's no effort for me to, establish rapport and, build connections, exchange cards. For introvert, are you an introvert? I don't think so. So
Me?
for introvert, well, it starts with knowing yourself. And you are doing such things like talking to people, not to impress them, not to please them, but for a cause. If you know
For a
that
cause.
you have to do this because there is a reason, it's for the business, it's for, building connection for future projects, and it will be more acceptable. It will be a lot easier because you know the purpose. You're not doing it, you don't socialize for the sake of socializing. I really hate that. Ako
Agree.
laging merong beginning with that end in mind. I always
Yes.
think of, it's not naman what do I get out of it, no, but there must be a value when
Right.
you, like, we're talking today. There is a value because this will be passed on to a lot of people. They can watch this over and over again. They will learn for free. So if there's motivation, it should be selfless, and you will be able to overcome that shyness. You have to break the ice by knowing that I have to do this because this is for my family, this is for
Right.
my business. My boss needs me to contribute something. Therefore, I need to. And you just have to be sincere. You don't
Sincere.
need to
Yes.
be another person. You don't need to be like, I should be like Carmi, the way she talks. No, we're totally different.
Yes,
I'm a
we are.
different individual, and no way you can match me. No way I can match you because we have our unique qualities. So
Yeah.
you
It
have to
would
be
be, it would be
sincere.
scary if we're all the same, right, Coach Carmi?
Yeah, so and always think that if one person can do that, you can also do that. It's just that you have a different style. And I always have in mind the parable of talents. If you have silver pieces, you don't keep it. If you have talents, you share it.
You
You
share it.
don't keep
Yes.
it. Why are you so shy? You have very good reason for talking to the other person. And you shouldn't exert much effort. You just have to be natural and spontaneous. That's it. If
Sincere.
you
Yeah.
and if you don't feel like being the most talkative person in the group, then just listen and
Yes.
smile. Yeah,
And
you don't
smile.
need to
Yeah.
match my intensity. You don't need to match my energy, but just be part of the team. And when they talk to you, you talk to them. You look them in the
Yes.
eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Like with me, Coach Carmi, I'm okay with a few or some of my colleagues being quiet because that's really who they are. That's their personality. For as long as they're not being a burden to the group or rocking the boat, right?
right, right. And respect is very important. Respect yourself that you can do a lot of things, especially if it's necessary, if it's critical to your job, for your family, for the community, and respect other people. Sometimes the reason why they don't want to talk is because, oh, I don't like that person. I'd rather keep silent. But when you start to understand everyone and become more interested to people, you become more interesting, and
Correct.
it'll be easier for you to connect and to relate with them.
Indeed, right? And I like your answer earlier about how our introvert friends can deal with this, right? When you said it's like you have to know it's hard to be somebody, or it's hard to be doing something if you don't know the answers or if you don't remind yourself of the answers to why you need to be
Yes,
that or you need
yes.
to do that, and
Yeah.
even what's in it for you. It's not like you're always waiting for something in return, but it also helps you, right? Appreciate
Right.
something if you also know, understand, and appreciate what's in it for you,
Mhm. Right.
right? So
And
I
and
really
it's
love your
always
answer.
life is always like that. You don't sit in your comfort zone. You always have
Yes.
to explore, and that's how we grow. In a very uncomfortable situation, you just go back to yourself and okay, I can do it. Nothing supernatural needed. But and if you're really not confident, pray for it. Pray,
Right.
and you
And
will
that
be
reminds
given
me
the
of a
courage.
fellow speaker. I'm not sure if you're familiar with her, and it's okay for me to say her name because this is positive thing anyway, right? So
Uh-huh.
there's this fellow speaker, Shatnasino, and she's
Oh,
very outspoken about the fact that before, right? and I think still now, but she's now able to overcome it. She's an introvert, right? But see,
Mm-hmm.
despite being an introvert before, see what who she is now and what she can do. She's a motivational speaker and an international motivational speaker at that, right? So
Yes.
there's really a chance for us to be somebody we thought we couldn't be, right?
And you owe it to yourself. You owe it to
Yes,
God. You owe it to yourself because see, we're all given special talents, but sometimes you're afraid to try and test it. Why do I test it? That's why, I will always tell my people, okay, you'll be the one to talk. Try it. Practice. Practice and allow yourself to make mistakes. It's okay, but you have to practice. Then you gain more confidence. Then you learn your mistakes. You go back to the drawing board and I'll be like this. I'll be better because like we were speakers for so many years, but we were not this good before.
correct.
We
Yeah,
we learn every day, and that's why Sha was able to overcome it. And look what she's doing right now. You have to break the ice, break the barriers.
that's correct. Now, there's another question I'm pretty sure that our viewers would also ask of this, right? So there are people who are already doing this, right? They love building rapport, creating new relationships, befriending lots of
Mhm.
people. But what do you say to them when they encounter situations where they only have good intentions, but then the other party or person doesn't reciprocate it and misinterprets their being friendly to being what papansin,
Mhm, mhm.
or you seem or feel like you have a hidden agenda. So what's your tip for
Right.
dealing with situations or people like that? It's like
Yeah.
you only have good thing to do, but they're thinking negatively of your effort.
Mhm. Well, again, go back to being sensitive, no? You look at the nonverbal, look at the body language, look at how the person is reacting because like we have very good intentions, we're extroverts, we're always dynamic and on the go. But
Yes.
people would always think twice, especially nowadays. A lot of hackers, a lot of, so dodgy people. So it's natural. We respect them. So if that's the situation, maybe sit back and relax and stop talking. If and you just prove them that one day if they need you, you're available, you're readily available to help. It's okay to be misinterpreted. Like sometimes when we smile, people do not smile back to us. It's okay. You're happy that's why you're smiling, and you don't need them to smile back at you. Just like we
Right.
love everyone. God said love everyone, love one another. He didn't say love the lovable.
Love the
you we,
lovable,
all,
right?
we always have to consider that we might be misinterpreted. Some are not ready, some cannot
Or it
really
could
take
also be
us.
timing, right? It was in a portion. It wasn't timed well, right?
Yes, yes. And there are really people who wouldn't want us. That's true eh. Some people like, I don't like her. It's okay. You don't like me. It's fine. I
Right?
don't
It's like
need to
there's no
be liked by
chemistry, right?
everyone. Yeah, so we have to be ready. We have to be ready for some people to dislike us. But at least 90% would always love and like us
Right.
anyway.
It's like Coach
So,
Carmi, there's a saying that goes, you cannot please everyone, right? Even
right,
if your
right.
intentions are good, right?
Yeah, and we're not living in this world to please everyone. We are here
Exactly.
to declare God's love, to share our knowledge and skills, to inspire people, to encourage one another, but not to be the very first person, the most popular or the most like. That's not the goal.
Right. And it could also be, Coach Carmi, that your intentions are good, but then your body language maybe didn't jive well with it, right? Maybe you need to work
Mhm.
on your body language because your
Yeah.
body language is telling something else, right?
Yeah. Or sometimes where we may also be unconscious, we say things like, me, I'm a very assertive person. I will tell you head on. I will be very upfront, no? So but some people might misconstrue. They might misunderstood why is she like that. So maybe there's a reason. There's a reason why that person is not really reacting the way we want the person to
Mhm.
react. Maybe we were misinterpreted. So we can also pause for a while and then reflect. Why is this
Right.
person really not acting like the others? So maybe
Right.
try to always look at yourself instead of finding flaws about the other person or about some people. Look at yourself. How are you delivering things? How are you saying things? So maybe you can
Yes.
also improve on some things.
I love
Yeah.
that. It's like you also have to be very wary of what you say, how you
Yeah.
say it, and how you look when you say what you say, right, Coach Carmi?
Right, right. Especially for the first timers. Because sometimes when you talk to people who you have been working with for many years, it's okay. They know you already. But for those people, it's very critical that your body language, your communication, it's acceptable. At least.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm curious about your leadership style in terms of relationships, interpersonal relationships. Is
Mm-hmm.
it also your habit or routine or style that when you know your team for the first time, you open your book? I mean, you set expectations with them. You tell them
Mm-hmm.
what your likes and dislikes, your pet peeves are. You tell them what
Right.
makes you happy, what doesn't make you happy. Is it also your style of leadership?
Yeah, I am a very open book because they have to know me. They have to know me as a leader, what I can do and what I don't like, what I like, but more of assuring them. When I talk to them, my first job is to get the buy-in, make them understand that I'm here to help you. I'm here to grow you. I'm here to mentor you. This is your opportunity now to be mentored because I have learned a lot of things in my 58 years in my life. In more than 3 decades in the corporate world, I met a lot of people. I saw failures. I failed. I bounced back. So I'm here to help you and to share those things. If you're ready, if you like it. And then I always tell them, I am here to help you grow personally and professionally. So that's why if they have family problems, love life, I will like, oh, are you okay? I'm always like that. So there's a psychological distance. You're the boss still, but I
Yes.
always
You have to
want
draw
to
the
be
line.
the
Yes.
first person to hear if they have problems. And for them to have that confidence, you should be reaching out to them from time to time. And you have to be consistently caring to them. So I tell them what I don't want. And if I do not want what they're doing, I talk to them in private.
Mm.
At the end of the day, I will still encourage them now, I didn't like this, but you can do it better. And then I will ask them, what else do you need from me? How can I help you? But this is what we want. Can you do this? So, yeah, it's always like that. And most of the time, I don't even need to talk because they can see what I'm doing and they will follow. Leading by example is the best strategy.
Yes, it is. I love that. Leading by example. And Coach Carmino, from the get go, we've been talking about how to build relationships, nurture relationships, sustain relationships. Now, let me change the topic. What is your tip for people who want to reform or mend broken or damaged relationships? How about that?
Mhm.
Like maybe I had this conflict with with one person before, but then after watching and
Mhm.
listening to Coach Carmi, I want to save my relationship with that person. What do you think are the steps that
Uh-huh.
people must go through when that is the challenge ahead?
Myron, in my book, in the first few pages, it says there, some relationships are meant to be broken, but some are meant to be nurtured and to last for such a long time. So it's also good to stop or to break some relationships if it's not really healthy, if it's not really helping, despite all the efforts, all the things that you have invested, no. So, but my mantra here is you always have to think everyone is a gift. In the workplace, you will encounter people who are obnoxious, disrespectful, unprofessional, like, why are you here? So sometimes it's like that, but you also treat them professionally. That's how you cannot be ballistic and as combative as them because you need to show them how it is to be professional.
Correct.
Even if even if you really want to, hurt that person already or send them to dole, you just have to remain calm, grace under pressure, and then talk to the person. If not, then just be better than them. But everyone is a gift. For those who are heartbroken right now, I also experienced that. Friends, I thought we will be friends forever, but something happened, and it's best that we don't, work together or play together. It's okay, but focus on the learnings, focus on the lesson. That person is a gift because you were able to experience how it is to get hurt and how it is to bounce back, how it is to be more humble, to forgive and forget. So all the things that are happening in our life, there are reasons why these things are happening. So focus on the lesson. Sometimes we win the relationship, sometimes we just get lessons. Tuition fee. Maybe very expensive tuition fee, but you learn. And then move forward. It's always
Move
moving
forward.
forward. And who knows, pray for it. One day you will be together, both more mature, both more
Yes,
open. But it's not the end of the world. There are more people, more angels around you,
correct.
but you just have to
More
pray for
gifts,
it.
right,
Yeah,
around us. Yeah,
more gifts to open. Yeah.
right.
So, yeah, and accept. It's important that we accept, no? It's not what we want in life, it's what has been destined for us.
I
So,
love that perspective. Now I can confidently say those past relationships are better forgotten than saved. I'm just kidding. All right. Wow. I didn't notice that we only have 7 minutes left before it's closing time. And I still want to ask more, but of course, to all our viewers who would like to learn more about building, strengthening, nurturing, sustaining relationships, but we don't have the time anymore. I'm pretty sure that there are ways to get in touch with Coach Carmie De Leon because she's really a coach. And like what she mentioned, she's a consultant that can also be engaged for activities like this. So, Coach Carmi, how could our potential coaches on relationships reach you?
I am in Facebook. That's Carmi Pascual De Leon in Facebook. And in LinkedIn, same. You can also look at our page, Fullerton Health PH, in Facebook and LinkedIn. Um, if ever you need some help in terms of health, wellness, I also do wellness lectures. I'm an advocate of healthy lifestyle, and my passion is to talk to more employees about it. How bad 3-in-1 coffee is, and or how important sleep is, exercising. So I also do that,
When they heard
especially
that
for
you are an ambassador of healthy living, Coach Carmi, now they feel a certain relief because I'm pretty sure their eyes widen when they heard that you're already 58 years old, but you look like that, right?
yes, yes. I'm 58 and I have 5 grandchildren. Still playing with my grandchildren. So dapat you should aim for this, no? When I'm 58, I will still want that energy and I still want to take care of my grandchildren. So, and starts with healthy living, positive thinking, and constant prayer. That's
Very good.
spiritual wellness. So all the dimensions of wellness, you have to consider that balancing life. No? So
Do you
I
have online or offline events that you want to promote? Like, well, I heard earlier lecture, but how about webinars, face-to-face learning sessions?
Right now, I'm so busy, enamored with the opening of the clinic in BGC. That's Fullerton Health Center. It's an executive health screening center. It will be open by March, hopefully. So I'm kind of busy doing that, and all the webinars or the corporate road shows will be for the prospective clients of Fullerton Health. So I can
Yeah,
give it to
just
you
in
for
case our
free.
viewers are
Sign in.
curious what RadLink is and what services you offer, could you please promote RadLink?
Yeah, RadLink Philippines Corporation is a new company, not really new because we have been serving clinics um, for radiology, but we are opening our first flagship center in BGC this year. So first time in the country that we will be having an executive health screening facility. Just like in Fullerton Health Singapore, we will be bringing in the same global expertise here in BGC. So a dedicated space for those who want to stay healthy, remain healthy, executive health screening like Singapore. You don't need to go there. You just go to BGC. So you can check out our Facebook and website, Fullerton Health PH.
There you go. The best of RadLink services already here in the Philippines in BGC. So let's go ahead and support Coach Carmie and her company. So let's go there and see how we can have a better physique, right? Or health. There you go. Once again, Coach Carmie, thank you so much for your time. And I'm pretty sure
Thank
na
you.
nabitin sila. But once again, alam na nila kung paano mag-reach out sa'yo. Kaya turuan mo pa kami how to nurture relationships more as a way to well-being. All right? Thank you, Coach
My
Carmie.
pleasure, Mentor Myron. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and I look forward to the relaunching or the continuation of your own online talk show on TNC.
Yeah.
Want to promote it now or it's too early?
Connected. It's okay. It's beautifully connected CEOs. I interview CEO friends so that they can relate to you and share some tips on how to be on top, on how to be you and be something better than yesterday. So we will be back on air maybe in the next couple of months.
There you go, guys. So make sure that you find TNC, the new channel on Facebook, or Google it so you can know more about it.
Yeah.
And make sure that you tune in to the Coach Carmie show, Beautifully Connected. There you go. So thank you, Coach Carmie. It's a pleasure having you here. And please enjoy the rest of your weekend.
You too, Mentor Myron. Thank you. Goodbye,
You're
everyone.
welcome. Bye,
Thank
Coach
you.
Carmie.
Bye-bye.
There you have it, guys. You just watched and listened to Coach Carmie, the country general manager of RadLink Philippines. And make sure that you support her with her advocacy of helping us nurture relationships more. And of course, the launching, or it's already launched, support the service of RadLink Philippines. Ayan. Okay. So I'm pretty sure na marami na naman kayong natutunan sa ating episode tonight na hashtag Myron Kaming Advice. And syempre, 7 days from now, next Saturday, meron na naman tayong susunod na guest. And you'll be very excited to know our next guest. Our next guest, pakita natin, ayan. So I'll just talk over it. Our next guest is going to be Coach John Michael Angelo Lopo. Another one of my fellow top 100 Filipinos on LinkedIn to follow there. And well, we'll tell you more about him in the next days as we promote this episode. Pero ang matututunan naman po, no episode 1, if you guys remember, we had Coach Marion, right? A bookkeeper, right? Now, meron na namang isa pa na related dyan, right? Accounting expert. So he's gonna talk about, let me just get rid of this one. He's gonna talk about passion for teaching accounting and running a CPA review center. Kasi may-ari po siya na isang review center for accountants. At isa rin siya sa mga nagtuturo doon. So we will know more about accounting. And I'm not sure if Coach Yanyan, Marian Labonete is watching right now, but Coach Marian and the Accounting PFALS community, right? I believe you're gonna be very interested. So please tune in again next Saturday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. All right? There you have it. Okay? So once again, marami pong salamat. Patuloy po tayong tumangkilik ng hashtag Myron Kaming Advice. Mag-iimbita pa tayo ng maraming mga experts, maraming inspirational, motivational people na magtuturo sa atin ng iba't ibang perspectives na kahit ako mismo, ang inyong lingkod, maraming natututunan. Okay? So every Saturday, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and on YouTube. So for now, magpapaalam na po ako, and I'll see you again next week. Once again, good night, everyone, my Enter trainees and mentees. This is again your mentor, your corporate Enter trainer and your soft skills guru, Mentor Myron Satan, na nagpapaalam. And we have a great sleep tonight. Okay? Bye.